Welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and we're going to be looking at Ethereum. So we've had a major blast off today. We're going to be discussing where we think this is going and what we need to be watching out for. Okay, so let's get into the fun stuff now. So basically what we were talking about in yesterday's video is we were having a discussion about a couple of things within the structure, still looking for this potential of this bigger move up here towards this 2092 range. We do need to be careful, however, there are some bearish scenarios and we're going to discuss them within the video as well. So we just need to see if this move can prove itself. So in the previous video, what we were talking about was the potential that we had some extensions possibly playing out here, and we were looking at the possibility of a few things. We were looking at this one as well, which we have invalidated as a flat correction, looking for this move to the upside. Looking for this as potentially a 1-2, and then looking for the C wave to the downside. So we've actually come back up past this B wave high and invalidated that. Now, what we do need to be on the lookout for is what we were also talking about. We were talking about the possibility that we had something like this playing out, where we could have had this as a wave 1, 2, and then looking for this move to potentially come up here towards the zone of this 2050 level. We haven't actually reached that quite yet, so that we don't have confirmation of this third wave yet, but there is potential that we could see some extension to the upside here. We need to be a little bit cautious within this move though, because it does seem to be looking like there is a triangle in here. However, this move over here does seem to be a 5-wave structure. So this is just what I'm keeping an eye on with regarding this, and we'll discuss this within the video as well. But basically, this is possibly a wave 3 here, where we could actually look to move up towards this 2050 range, but we haven't got that confirmation yet. And it is possible we have still got some extensions to come here, and we're going to discuss what that would look like. So this would be looking at this move at just basically the internals of the structure. And if we wanted to count this as a 1-2, another 1-2 here, and basically would be within this third wave. So it is possible that there could be one more high in this third, but I'm thinking we're done here. So what I would be looking for would be basically a retracement back towards the zone of this 1982 to this 1953 range, and then possibly looking for another move to the upside. If we do find support in this 1953 zone to this 1982, I would be looking for further evidence of an additional fifth wave to the upside here. And what I want to see is a push up towards this zone where we actually reach this 2027. At the moment, all we have is a 3-wave move here. We don't have good structure for a 5-wave move, and we haven't come up to this 1618 yet, which would be up here at this 2027 level. If we do look to push up into this zone, basically what I'd then be looking for is an additional fourth wave, looking to target out this zone here, and then looking for a push back to the upside here to this 2061 to this 2038. So this all ties into the idea that we have a bigger structure here as a 1-2, and then this would all end up being within that wave 3 to the upside. So that would be looking at something like this. So that target we're looking for is that 2050, looking to get up here, in which case we would be looking for additional structures to form and continuation to the upside, and potentially moving up towards this 2097 to this 2068 area if we don't get further extension and we just move up to this 2050 range. So this is the bullish scenario, what we're looking for here. Really what we want to see here, if we want to look for continuation to the upside, is we don't want to lose. I'm just going to get rid of this one for now. We don't really want to lose this low again. We don't want to lose this low of this 1893. And basically what we want to see within here is we want to see this move find this fourth wave support at this 1953. If we fail to do so, what we need to be careful of is the potential that we could have something else playing out here. And we did discuss this in the previous video, where we could have a diagonal here. So we're going to go over that in a second. But what we really want to do is start to hit these impulsive targets and see these moves extend to the upside here and get quite strong and would have a lot of volume behind them. That would give us confirmation of that bigger move, to the upside here. Looking for this, the zone we're looking for is this 2092 range, for further confirmation that this could be playing out. The internals of that wave, I just want to double check something here. So this is going to be the key level here, actually, this 2141. This is going to be looking at this as a 1-2, 1-2, and then potentially looking to extend up here. So this is the one we really need to meet, this 2141. Need to get up into this zone and basically hit this target for us to start looking for that fourth wave here and a fifth wave. Once we hit that, it pretty much hits all the targets except for this last one here. So really what we want to see is some extension within these. So these are just based off of typical moves. Sometimes we'll get an extension in here, and this wave 3 might, for instance, instead of going to the 1.2 1.618, might move up rather towards this 2.618, which would actually be up here towards this 2361. So this is looking at that bullish scenario here, in which case we continue to push up and get above some of these levels. If, however, we want to talk about the possibility of a breakdown, what we need to be careful of, and this is one that I was talking about in the video yesterday, is the potential for having this move play out as a fifth wave, as a diagonal. So we've actually interacted with this top trend line here already, based off of these two highs here. So what we need to be careful of is if this move then just breaks down and we actually take this wave 4 area of this 1824, what we could be looking at is either a deeper retracement down towards the 1790 area, or potentially or between the 1790 and the 1685. However, if we do break down deeper, this would be our next support zone between the 1650 to this 1482. The problem with this is within this, we'd have to look at this in two ways. Either then we would be able to count this 1, 2, this would all become another 1 and a 2, and then we'd be looking for, a much bigger move to the upside. Or this could just be a simple corrective pattern, A, B, and C, and that's completed. And if this is a corrective move to the upside, we have to be careful then, because it could indicate that we're going to lose this low. So this would be our sort of last zone of defense if we want to carry on looking for that bullish count to the upside. Though, if this does end as a diagonal here, we just need to be careful of the fact it could just be corrective up, and then we look to break down in a much bigger way. What we were ideally looking for here within the structure, if I just come back out to the 4-hourly, is looking at this complete move here, looking at that potential of this being either an A, a B, and then a C, which we were looking towards this 2218 area. But really we've come up to the 786, which is actually this $2,000 dollars 68 here. So, what we need to be careful of is if this diagonal, let me just remove it so it's a bit clearer. Uh, so we've actually come up bang up onto this 2068. So technically speaking, we've come up far enough for this, if this is a C wave, to be completed. But obviously this can potentially move up all the way to this 2218 at a 1-to-1. If, however, this is actually a 1-2 and we're starting to get extension within here, our zone we're looking for that wave 3 is this 2990 region. So, we've got a lot to go to get up there, but it is potential that if there is potential for, if we are either forming this as a diagonal, we come back down for a 2, so something like this, where we form this as a 1, 2, and then look to push to the upside, possibly then looking for this, this bigger third, fourth, and fifth, something like this. Then we'd have, an additional wave here as a 1, 2. This would all become third, and that would put us right up there into that zone. So this is what we are keeping an eye on within these. And for as long as we continue to set these higher lows and higher highs, we have that potential. But I am just being wary of the fact of having this top channel line sitting here round about this zone of this 2031. If we do move up into that, we need to just be aware that we could see that rejection. So invalidation of that diagonal would come only by moving up past this zone of this 2101. If we cross 2101, that would invalidate the whole idea of having this as a diagonal. But really, what I'd like to see, if this is the case, is to see this break through this channel line, which it already has, and then start to sell off and get a bigger breakdown coming here, taking out this fourth wave, and then potentially either looking to find the support zone here, or this lower one here of the 1650 to this 1482. So these are the two things that I'm currently keeping an eye on here. We for as long as we hold that higher area, we can look for that continuation to the upside, looking for that possibility that we have this bigger move to the upside. But once we start to lose 1953, the next zone we need to hold to maintain bullish structure is this 1893. But if we start to lose that, basically we start to lose the integrity of this move, and it becomes less likely. Obviously, final invalidation of these would be this 1853, this low here of this 1824, and then this low here of this 1762. If we take that out, either one of these, the move starts to fall apart, and then I would be expecting this move to potentially sell off deeper. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below. And also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. As well as that, there are affiliate links for both PrimeXBT and BYBIT down there. Both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. If you don't have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.